Okay, so this next example of the fauna that is in the Amazon rainforest is the red-eyed tree frog. Now, this is just one of many species of frog that live in the rainforest. There are so many different types of frogs, but this is just one of them. Now, this red-eyed tree frog is very unique, and you can see this by its appearance. So if you look at the photo of the red-eyed tree frog, it's got very huge, bright red eyes. And these eyes really pop out, they stick out, and I wonder what that might help them to do. And the rest of their body is neon green with blue and yellow at the sides. So you can see these bits here. So some fantastic colours going on here, some really beautiful colours. Now the red-eyed tree frog has adapted like our other animals have, but they've adapted in a different way to the habitat of the rainforest. Now they've adapted by having suction cup toes. Now, if you have a suction cup, I don't know if you've ever seen a suction cup, but suction cup sticks to whatever you put it on. Now, this helps them to cling onto the tree branches and the leaves to really get itself up there quickly and efficiently. Maybe if they've got some prey that they've spotted and they want to really get up the tree really fast and onto the leaves without causing harm to themselves, these suction cup toes help them to climb up really well, sticking and clinging onto the tree branches. And the red-eyed tree frog's prey includes moths, crickets, flies and grasshoppers. So thinking of the food chain, they don't prey on animals or mammals larger than itself. It's all on things that are smaller than them, which is what the food chain was all about. It gradually gets bigger and bigger. And the red-eyed tree frog's prey includes these insects that are smaller than itself. And that's what its eyes might help it to do, to detect its prey, and the suction cups to help it find it. And they are commonly found in the tropical lowland rainforests or surrounding hills. And they commonly they live in areas close to rivers or ponds. Because they're still a frog, frogs still do need to be close to the water, but they are typically found in these lowland rainforests where they know that they can get close to rivers or ponds. Last but not least, the Scarlet Macaw. Now this is another example of one of the fauna that has been mentioned in our book, The Explorer, where they see a blue macaw. Now this one is a scarlet macaw. Now thinking of that word scarlet, what colour is that? Thinking of our colour thesaurus. That's right, it's red. So we can see here the Scarlet Macaw it has a red body. Now, there are at least 17 known species of macaw, like the blue macaw, and the scarlet macaw is one of these known species. Now, the macaw are really intelligent, really clever birds. Now, despite their name, we can see that yes, the scarlet macaw has a red body, but they are actually multicoloured because you can see here on its arm, it's yellow and blue and a bit of green there too. Now, looking at the appearance in slight more detail, looking at their beak, it's a large, powerful beak. What do you think that might be used for? Really helpful for them to get their prey, because if it's sharp and powerful, that's really helpful. And their bodies are between 80 to 90 centimetres long, so quite a large, quite a long bird, quite a big species of bird. And this bird is mostly eating fruit and seeds or nuts, but they also eat insects. So does that mean they are a carnivore, herbivore or omnivore? That's right, they're an omnivore. They eat both meat and those fruit and seeds too, and other things. And the scarlet macaw are usually found in the emergent or the canopy layers of the rainforest. So that top or second from the top layer of the rainforest, they're normally found there. And the final animal that we're going to be looking at is the jaguar. Now, the jaguar is a member of the wild cat family, and these can be found in the rainforest regions. And you can see here that this jaguar is beautiful. It's got spotted coats, and these jaguars have really powerful jaws and sharp teeth. And they can reach up to 6 feet in length. So if you're thinking length, 6 feet is how long they can reach. Right from their nose to the tip of their tail, they can reach a really long distance. And this can help them run quite a fast speed too. Now, jaguars eat a lot. They are carnivores, but they will eat lots and lots and lots, including squirrels, deer, and monkeys. If it's meat, they will most likely eat it. So that's one thing that we need to know about jaguars. And jaguars are found in rainforest, but they also are found in grassland and woodland. So not only rainforest, but there too. And they do spend most of their time, like we know, on the forest floor because they've got really soft padded paws to be able to walk really quietly and make their way to their prey. So today we've learned about 6 animals. Now, all of these animals that we've learned about today are going to be in your resource pack of all the different fact files of the animals that we've looked at today. But there will be a lot more detail about them, and I'm going to show you one example. Today you are going to choose one animal that you've really shown an interest to, and you're going to create your own fact file. So you're going to have the name of the animal here, you're going to draw a picture and colour it in here. You are going to introduce your animal and talk about what it looks like, its appearance, where it lives, what it eats, and any interesting facts you found. Now I'm going to give you an example here because I chose to talk about the patoo. Now these are all of the fact files that yours will look like, and they will be this long in length. And what you need to do first is highlight all the important bits. So read through it first and highlight what you enjoy about it. So I've started highlighting bits here, and you can see I haven't just got a highlighter and highlighted all the paragraphs and all the lines. I've really thought, well, what can be interesting? What might my reader want to know? And then I've put them side by side. So I've got my original fact file, and I'm going to create my own here. Now I've created my own, but it's not very good. Can you pause the video and spot what I've done wrong? Did you spot that firstly I spelt its name wrong? The patoo. We must make sure we are not making any spelling mistakes, especially with the animals' names, because that's not very professional. Did you notice here, this wording is exactly the same as this wording? I haven't even put it in my own words. Same with the habitat, it's exactly the same. The diet is exactly the same. Interesting facts, it's exactly the same. That's boring, and I definitely know that Year 4 will not be doing that today because they will be making sure that they are writing in their own words. And I want to give you the extra challenge of seeing, when you've highlighted the important bits, can you then put that to the side and not even look at it and try and write your fact file based on what you know? That's a challenge that I'd like you all to try, without even looking at your fact file when you've looked at it. So this one here, whichever animal you choose, when you do your own fact file, if you don't use this to help you but you've already read it, that's going to be even more of your own work, and that's fantastic. Now I've changed mine a bit now. I've changed it, first of all, I've corrected this spelling here. And then I've put an introduction. So my introduction is, patoos are a species of bird. There are several types of patoo. These birds are mainly active at night and they tend to sleep in the day. This means that they are nocturnal. So I've taken this word here, nocturnal, and turned it into my introduction. I've also taken this fact that there are several types of species and turned this into it in my introduction too. But I haven't really taken much else from it. Now your box is going to be much bigger than mine, so you'll be able to get more writing. But then I might want to say they found in the canopy of the Amazon rainforest. And that might be all that I'm taking from that bit, because then I might want to say this is the second highest layer in the layers of vegetation in the rainforest. Using my knowledge from the other lesson, bring that in. That's fantastic. Now I can think about appearance. So I've taken this idea that they have large eyes, what I've highlighted here. So I've started by saying patoos have large eyes, and then I'm saying what it's useful. It's useful for them to see flying insects in the dark. Then I'm also taking the fact that they have wide mouths, and I haven't used these words huge or gaping. I've thought of synonyms for this word and changed it. This allows the patoo to easily capture their prey whole. Okay? Now, I've taken this Some of this from my diet section, these flying insects, swallowing them whole. I've mixed them together, but I am talking mainly about what they look like, but I'm talking about how that helps them as well. But we're still sticking to appearance. And if we briefly look at their habitat, we can see here that they can be found in South America. And I've used this to scaffold my answer. Patoos live in humid forests. This means they live in temperatures which are warm but wet, like the Amazon rainforest in South America. And the only bit I've taken from that is South America. All of this is from my own knowledge that I know about rainforests so far. So can you see, looking at this example, which is pretty rubbish and we're not going to copy, because otherwise there'd be no point me setting you any work if you're just going to copy. But what we are going to do, we're going to really understand the text, highlight these keywords and phrases, then try and put the sheet to the side so you can really focus on making this fact file your own knowledge. Remember, I will be able to tell if you have copied just from the sheet, and I do want to see all your lovely work, okay? Final plenary today. You've done some fantastic listening, and I hope you've enjoyed learning about all the species of fauna. Now, we know that the rainforest is home to this diverse species of fauna, but what does the word fauna mean? And can you name 3 species of fauna that we've learnt about today that are located in the rainforest? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, fantastic learning today, Year 4. Well done, and I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye.